So it is very fast-paced development under the cooperation and the efforts of the government. Almost 25 parties which are both rivals in their ideologies, their approaches, their agendas, etc., etc.
Have united fight against the Modi regime, BJP party, NDA, etc., etc. There is a compulsion that all the parties unite against Mr. Modi and Amit Shah.
Okay, Mr. Nika Reddy, there seems to be an issue with your audio. We'll try and fix that audio line in just a bit. I request my producers to fix that audio line. But, you also touched upon that word compulsion. So is it like a marriage of convenience that is on the cards? Anila Singh, we are talking of Mahagathbandhan on one hand. In fact, we are putting out those graphics on our screen. So it was essentially the question was Modi versus who? Now, after, buoyed by the results of the assembly elections, it became, in a way, Modi versus Rahul Gandhi. But then there are these little pluses on the screen, and you have Akhilesh Yadav, you have Sitaram Yechuri, you have Mamata Banerjee, you have Chandrababu Naidu. So they are the pluses in the screen. So is it now a fight from being a fight between essentially Modi versus who to Modi versus Rahul? Has it now metamorphosed itself into Rahul versus who? Anila Singh.
Saurabh, first of all, I have really liked the approach of Mr. Suleiman. Like he is very clear about his leader, and he is trying to prove that he is the best who can contest against Narendra Modi ji in 2019 electoral. So I mean, I really like his approach. And secondly, like in 1989, like all these parties left and right, they got together against and they made anti-Congressism alliance. And this time it is not anti-BJP alliance, it is anti-Modi alliance. I mean, that type of phobia these political parties are suffering from. Now, if we talk about DMK, like DMK in 2014, it just had 1.74% of share in the total vote percentage of 2014 elections. So like scoring absolute zero in 2014. They didn't get even a single seat. So these talent coming in front and advocating the prime ministership of Rahul Gandhi, again, I mean, it is laughable. A person who doesn't, a political party who doesn't have any standing, a strong standing, if they are advocating.
No, but in a democracy, Anila, I think that is not the right approach to take, because ultimately it is the voter. The power ultimately lies with the voter. Now, one result cannot be extrapolated to what is going to happen in future. Clearly, the complexion might be changing. And that is exactly where I would like to bring in Mr. Paparao on this. Mr. Paparao? Yeah, Mr. Paparao. Yes, Mr. Paparao, having said that, you've heard the Congress, you've heard the TDP, you've heard the BJP, you've heard what the DMK has had to say. The DMK says that the only person who can take Prime Minister Modi head on, the only person who has been consistently upping the ante against the Prime Minister and the BJP is none other but Rahul Gandhi. So he is but the obvious choice. But my question is, when Trinamool Congress comes out today and says that this might end up harming opposition unity, is this a cause of worry? Are these early warning signs when it comes to the Mahagathbandhan?
Sure, definitely. When it comes to our DMK friend Sarvanandji, I beg to differ with him basically because he's trying to glorify an individual, whereas there is a lot of internal competition between all the Mahagathbandhan candidates like Mulayam Singh Yadav, Mamata Banerjee and Mayawati, etc. for the post of Prime Minister. There are many number of aspirants, and amongst them Rahul is one. And previously, if you remember, some time back, Rahul himself told, I'm not a Prime Minister candidate myself. But after winning 3 elections, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, it looks like that the exuberance is so high that they are trying to project Rahul as a sort of prime ministerial candidate, and maybe Stalin's whatever he did yesterday, saying that Rahul will be the PM candidate because he could fight Modi head on, is because he wants to leave a feeler so that there could be a discussion on that topic, but that discussion would be sadly turning into a phase whereby a lot of suspicion will accumulate amongst the Mahagathbandhan members. So I don't think Stalin has done that.
So suspicion will accumulate.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that is where it all boils down to a suspicion. Does the Congress also endorse that point of view, that this could actually sow the seeds of suspicion, Suleiman, that between the different stakeholders of the Mahagathbandhan?
No, I don't think there is any suspicion. Mr. Stalin has his opinion. He has given that opinion. I think all our alliance partners, including the Samajwadi, Bahujan Samaj Party, RJD, NCP, we are in constant touch. Chandrababu Naidu ji is also working hard to, further bring everyone on the table. And the worrying thing is for the BJP or the NDA. Their partners are leaving. Upendra Kushwaha ji's RSLP has left it. Rashtriya Lok Samta Party has left. TDP Chandrababu Naidu ji left in July. Their own MP from Bahraich, Mrs. Savitribai Phule from BJP, she has resigned from the party saying it's anti-Dalit. Chandrababu Naidu ji said that Mr. Modi is anti-Andhra Pradesh, this government is anti-Andhra. Upendra Kushwaha ji has also left. So worrisome thing is for the BJP. NDA is, shrinking.
Okay, so worrisome thing is for the BJP. The Mahagathbandhan has no reason to worry. Okay. No problem is what the Congress maintains. Let me bring in the DMK also on this. Now, Mr. Saravanan, when Mr. Stalin came out and said, and he openly endorsed Rahul Gandhi as the prime ministerial face for 2019, along with him was Sonia Gandhi. Along with him was Andhra Pradesh's Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu as well. They were on stage. But the TMC, the left and Samajwadi Party clearly expressed their reservations. While Naidu has adopted a wait and watch policy, he hasn't spoken out as yet. Now, the other three parties don't quite seem to agree with what DMK has been pitching for Rahul Gandhi. Just take us through that.
See, it is their view. This is just the beginning. We are speaking about the alliance, then there has to be the marriage, and then the child will be born. We cannot jumpstart and say everything. There will be some teething problems earlier, because this is the first time since 2016-14, all of the other parties who are opposed to the BJP's communal agenda are coming together. Definitely there will be some hiccups, but there is nothing which could not be overcome. And BJP is the great uniter. The fascist policies of the BJP are the great uniter, so we need not worry about anything else.
Right, so you're saying we need not worry about anything
else. May I clarify one thing?
But look at how. Just a moment. Let me my second question to Mr. Saravanan. Then all constituent members of the Mahagathbandhan have so far said that a decision on the prime ministerial face is secondary. The need of the hour is to unite on the basis of a common agenda, and I'm sure that Suleiman is also going to agree with me on that count. Why is it that then Stalin, in a way, jumped the gun and made this announcement? Mr. Saravanan.
No, it was not in a hurry-burry manner at all. When the BJP is going to the town saying that there is no PM face, in who will be the PM, there was an indication from the state of Tamil Nadu. See, our leader Mr. M.K. Stalin did not say that it was on behalf of the Mahagathbandhan. He said he has proposed the name from the state of Tamil Nadu. He is the one who is proposing. When push comes to the show, we will see how it goes on. But there can never be any doubt that this is the right time to do that. And we also have to take into account that in 200 to 250 seats, it's going to be BJP versus Congress, and only any of these two parties which are going to emerge as the single largest party in the 2019 elections. So it is only appropriate that someone which we are allied with comes, and we have named him.
Right, so you're saying that you have named him, but you also used a term, Mr. Saravanan, if push comes to shove. Suleiman, do you see a situation like that, when a push will have to come to a shove, for every constituent to fall in the line and agree upon Rahul Gandhi as the Prime Minister face?
I think first of all, we left one thing. It's not a presidential form of election. It's a parliamentary form of election. Elected member of parliaments, get elected to the house, and those member of parliaments elect their leader. Generally, the leader of the single largest party, if there are an alliance, is chosen as the leader of that alliance. Whichsoever party becomes the single largest party, or the UPA comes to power and Congress party becomes the single largest party, which we are very hopeful for, then I think generally the leader of that party becomes the leader of the alliance. And there is no problem. I think it's too early. We are in the stage of, knitting an alliance. Let the final result come. I think, and one more thing. What the BJP spokesperson said, that everyone is trying to bring down Modi. We are not at all.
Suleiman, I think that's a very important point. We are in the early stages of stitching together the alliance. The alliance has still not taken shape. Who the constituents would be is still not clear, but in the middle of all this, an announcement is made that Rahul Gandhi will be the face.
We are against the anti-economic policies.
So that is as far as your common agenda is concerned, and which is definitely very healthy for democracy.
We are against the misgovernance.
No, but time and again, it has been very, very clear that it is an anti-Modi front which is taking shape. Anila Singh,
no, it's not.
Political analysts say that this could be the early warning sign, and it's time that all the constituent partners of the Mahagathbandhan take a cue. How does the BJP see this development? Do you feel that there are too many aspirants for the Prime Minister's chair, and in the end it will boil down to essentially a Kissa Kursi ka soap opera? Anila Singh.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. See, Mamata Banerjee says that there should be some sort of federal front against Modi ji. And then she says that it should be statewide strategy to defeat Modi ji. So if we talk about statewide strategy, then we have seen in 2017 in Uttar Pradesh as well, that how Samajwadi Party and Congress, they got together and they kept on singing that UP ko ladko ka saath pasand hai, but UP ko ladko ka saath nahi pasand aaya, and both the political parties were defeated very badly. So what Mamata ji says, that statewide strategy is going to work, I don't see any arithmetic coming up. And when we say leader-wise, then again Rahul Gandhi ji is not acceptable.
No, this state-wise. Okay, Anila Singh, just to jog your memory, we have heard similar voices coming in from Telangana's Chief Minister also. Now, buoyed by the thumping success of his party, the TRS in Telangana Assembly elections, where the BJP literally had to bite the dust. In a way, while, it spelled doom for the Mahakutami experiment, which was being led by Chandrababu Naidu in conjunction with Rahul Gandhi as well, but the fact is on the ground, and I would like to bring in Linga Reddy on this. Mr. Reddy, Telangana Chief Minister has also said that the need of the hour is to ensure that all regional players have their place under the sun, that all regional parties need to come together. Now, whether he's talking of another front, whether he's talking of a grand national party which has regional outfits, is still not clear. We are expecting that announcement sometime soon. So, are there too many players in the opposition space, Mr. Linga Reddy?
No, what Cheshire says is not is highly impracticable, and it is unworkable solution. When it is somewhat difficult to fight with the BJP Modi forces, having united all the regional parties, about 25 parties are unable to fight with Mr. Modi. How can a third front, keeping aside Congress party, National Party, whether strong or weak, making its presence in every state.
But Mr. Reddy, you are calling it an unworkable idea. Mr. Reddy, look at what Akhilesh Yadav said. Akhilesh Yadav has also not discounted what K. Chandrasekhar Rao had said. In his brief comment that came in today, Akhilesh Yadav has mentioned Telangana Chief Minister in the same breath as he has mentioned Mamata ji and Sharad Pawar as well.
No, there may be some reservations for all these leaders. Today, the Prime Minister can get at this center before the election. They have their own reservation. But the fact is that territory and industry in the minds of